Whatever you do, don't get caught as a thief in Nigeria this period. Please, it's a serious warning. We know the country is very hard at the moment, but whatever you do, please don't get caught stealing. I saw this video from Anambra State of 5 guys who were lynched for trying to steal a Keke Marua tricycle.
People are very angry, but they say that is how the people have been doing it. They will gather themselves and stand at the bus stop as if they are looking for transportation. When you stop your Keke, they will all enter inside as if they are passengers. By the time you now drive to a lonely place, they will overpower you and snatch the Keke from you.
You will now ask, why were they not rather taken to the police station when they were caught? Because that was what came to my mind the first time I saw the video. Because I couldn't imagine hitting a fellow human being that way. I couldn't behold the sight of it. And then I was told that when you take them to the police station, by the next day they are out already.
And they will go back to their criminal business again. What a tragedy of a country.
You can imagine that. Thieves are caught and taken to the police station to be prosecuted, and they are set free. Yet innocent people that the police arrest illegally are wasting away in the prison.
Yes, nah. Once police people are looking for weekend money like this, they will go on a raid, or they will just look for anyone to arrest, and when you cannot settle yourself, once you get to the police station like this, they will just label anything on your head, and at the end of the day, there's no way that you'll be able to come out.
So if the police can release the actual criminals and let them walk freely, meanwhile innocent citizens are locked up, what does that mean? It means police is an accomplice in these crimes.
Yes, nah.
Else, how can you explain how people whose business is to snatch Keke being set free by the police, if not that the police themselves are sharing and benefiting from this Keke snatching business?
Exactly. Was that not how they caught some robbers and discovered that it was the police people that rented the gun that they used to rob for them? That's why in some places, when armed robbers are robbing and you now call the police to come, they will not come. But immediately that the robbers have gone like this, that's when you see that police will arrive. Which means they are communicating with each other now.
So people have lost hope in the police. They lost hope in the judiciary as well. How then can crime and dispute be corrected and settled? People now take laws into their own hands. That's why I started by saying, please do not get caught stealing or robbing, because people no longer trust the police for anything. So when they catch you, they will become police and they caught by themselves automatically. Because in the country where the police work only for the rich and the politicians, what else can the people do?
Sure, we saw it during election now. When the thugs were attacking people and the policemen were just standing and watching. Which means someone has given them an order not to defend the people when the thugs are attacking. So you are right.
Meanwhile, these people are being paid with taxpayers' money. Those politicians you work for, they don't pay you salary. We do. You go to the court too, it is the same thing. You will see a clear case that even a layman can determine. They will swing it in the wrong direction.
Yes, nah. That is why the politicians are quick to tell you to go to court now. Because they know you don't have the amount of money to give the judges as they have. So they will always tell you to go to court. Recently, some people that told other people to go to court have started lamenting when the people have already gone to court. Were you not the one that told them to go to court?
We can't run a country like this. And all of these are products of corruption. That was the main reason why people voted for Buhari in 2015. Because he promised to come and tackle corruption. But where are we today? 10 times worse than when he took over. If policemen were being prosecuted in this country, if judges were investigated and jailed for taking bribes to swell cases for their own personal benefit, trust me, all these things won't exist.
Who is going to stop it? The same politicians that the judges and police are working for? Are they not the ones that are supposed to stop it? For where? If corruption stops, the politicians themselves will no longer be in power now. Look at the Lagos State election now. See what happened now.
Now, talking of Lagos State, you remember I talked about the fact that all these things that Sanwo-Olu was promising and doing were political tricks. Now, the bus ticket discount that they gave have been removed. I know these people. It's during the election that they will even be cleaning your poo-poo for you. Right now, go to Alausa for anything, whether they will not throw you out of there.
They have gotten everything they needed already now. The same Sanwo-Olu that became usher in church, a dispatch rider, a dishwasher, blah blah blah. Today, even if those churches he was perambulating himself, mistakenly I invite him to come and worship with them now. He will not go. He would rather send his representative and tell you that he's very busy. 419 people.
They will always give you excuses why they remove the things they promised. Just that people will always fall for their tricks. However, like I said earlier, it's the corruption we are talking about. Else, many of these people won't be in office. Where's the food bank that we heard about?
You don't know what they call audio? Audio is when I promise you something with my mouth and you benefit the thing with your ear. Now, all those things that the politician promise you people, you can now replay the videos and enjoy the promises with your eyes and your ears. Book up all the food bank, you can enjoy the food with your ears. You know, ears too used to be a source of enjoyment. You don't know?
Fear politicians. When you talk, they will tell you corruption starts with you. Corruption cannot be fought by government alone. Says who? During the election, didn't the people do their best to make sure that the elections were free and fair? Didn't the military make noise everywhere that they were going to shoot anybody that they find snatching ballot boxes? How many talks did they shoot? Are we the ones in charge to give order to the police and the military? Fighting corruption doesn't start with the common man on the street. It starts with the government.
If corruption starts with common man on the street, is it not the common man that is arresting the thief and taking it to the police? Is that not a common man way of fighting corruption? But the police that is representing the government will now release the thief. So who is failing to fight corruption among the common man and the government? Is it not the government? We are doing our part. It is the government that is corrupt.
When Buhari came in, everything stood still in Nigeria because people were scared that they might be proved for doing the wrong thing and be prosecuted. What am I saying? If a government can show transparency, prosecute offenders, convict criminals.
Not from the opposition party, because the way corruption is fought in Nigeria at the moment is that once you are among the ruling party, you are not a criminal, you are a saint. It is only people in the opposition that are corrupt. That is why some people are asking for DSS to arrest some people who just express their grievances. Meanwhile, the ruling party themselves, they have people that have made some statement that is supposed to cause war in the country. But that one is taken as a joke. DSS cannot arrest those ones.
Yeah, so if government start doing the right thing, you will see that the people will comply naturally. I remember I was in Calabar when Donald Duke was the governor of Cross River State. That was the time when Calabar was the cleanest city in Africa. Every morning, task force, they will come around and inspect the environment. I remember there was a shop in front of a place where I was running a computer program. Those guys came and found a sachet of pure water in the gutter. Just one sachet. And you know what? They charged the owner of that shop to court. They were fined. In fact, if you were in Calabar at that time, you can't even let a shell of groundnut to drop from your hand to the ground.
It is even a madman that will shout at you, "Pick it up!"
Yes. Okay, take a look at Lagos State. You can't just park your car by the roadside anyhow. If you try it, by the time you come back, you won't find it again.
No be say person steal am.
No. Last man has stowed it away. You go and pay fine before you can get it back. Does anyone have to preach to you next time when you want to park to not park illegally? But in some states, it's not like that. How about wearing your car seat belt when you're driving? Once you are caught, you know you lose money. So people will do the right thing naturally. So government is the one that has to fight corruption. Once government do the right thing and punish offenders, everyone else will sit up.
Because if you don't sit up, you will pay the price yourself.
Exactly. But in a situation when the government itself is the one that is exhibiting corrupt tendencies, what do you think will happen to everyone else? They will follow suit. That's why the banks are stealing from us and nothing is happening to them, because the government that is supposed to stop them is also stealing from us. There was a time in Nigeria where everything was disordered. You go to any public place, everyone is fighting to get the same thing at the same time. But they now brought this orderliness of being on the queue. Today you go to ATM machines or anywhere around the country, once you meet 2 or 3 people there, you will stand behind the last person without anyone cajoling you.
In fact, you will be the one to be asking, are you the last person on the queue?
Yes. So if we have the right people in government, we will see that the right things will be done and the country will move forward. Look at Governor Adeleke of Osun State. Just 100 days in office, he has cleared 30 months of salaries and gratuity that were owed by the former governor.
Just 100 days, yet another person was there for 4 good years and he didn't do anything. So what happened? Is it that Adeleke called down money from heaven? Hey, Naija, and he will still be fighting to continue in power. He even went to court to fight to come back to power. Una know they get shame.
Even when the court reinstalled Adeleke, he is still saying he wants to go to federal level. Haba, why not allow the man who knows the job handle it?
Even after owing salaries for almost 3 years, there are people who still voted for him.
That's the problem. We are part of the problem in this country. Even some of them that want to do the right thing, they cannot. You know why? Because many of them got into office through godfatherism. So the godfathers sweep off most of the funds that were supposed to use to run the state. And those are the things that we should and must eliminate for this country to excel.
That is why Tinubu cannot allow another party to take over Lagos now. If not, they are finished.
That's why I always say, for Nigeria to move forward, we have to leave tribe aside. Leave religion aside. Leave the fact that it is my party. Leave it behind. Do you know that there will be some people in Osun State that are in APC whose relatives were part of the people that were owed these 30 months salaries and gratuity that Adeleke cleared? Yet they still voted the man that has been owing these salaries. But you know that someone else will do the job better. Yet we allow religion, party and tribal sentiment to win us over. That is our problem in Nigeria. And until we look beyond that, we won't go anywhere. Because you see these politicians, they are purposely using those tribe and religious divides as weapons. Because they know those are the things that will blind us from seeing the real truth. I saw a post where Adamu Garba said that Tinubu is a better president than Peter Obi. That Peter Obi is trying to promote IPOP. You see what they are doing?
In Lagos too, they now made it a tribal something now. Till today, the wounds that they have caused in people's hearts has not been healed yet.
That is the truth. Let's support the right people. Tribe won't take us anywhere. Goodluck Jonathan was a president of Nigeria for 6 good years. Bayelsa State still has poor people in communities that don't even have bridges to connect them to the rest of Bayelsa. You have to use a boat or canoe to get to those people.
How about Buhari? Is the North not still rated as the poorest in Nigeria even after 8 years of Buhari in power?
Exactly. Was it not the same Northerners that wanted to assassinate him? Was it not in the same North that he was stoned? Is it not the same North that Boko Haram, herdsmen and banditry is thriving? So tribe can only help us to install the wrong people in office. And it is the game of the politicians. And we are allowing them to play it very well on us. We are the ones that are their tools. Whenever we are ready to push back their lying, cunning and deceitful hands back, then we'll stand together as a strong people who know what they want. I think I've said enough for today.
We will draw the curtain here for today. We will see you again next Saturday at 8 a.m. Even if you don't see our post notification, check our YouTube and Facebook platform from 8 a.m. and you will see our latest post there. Stay blessed and stay wise.